welcome back to the channel. Today, we've got something special lined up for you. A close look at the brand new 2025 Honda CB500 Scoote. This is one of those vehicles that blurs the line between practicality and fun, and we're going to explore every inch of it, from its bold exterior design to how it actually performs on the road. Whether you're thinking about commuting, cruising, or just getting into two-wheeled transportation for the first time, this could be a serious contender. So let's get into it. At first glance, the CB500 Scoote makes a strong impression. The 2025 model has been refreshed with sharper lines, more angular detailing, and a more mature stance. Honda's clearly aiming to give this scooter motorcycle hybrid a bit more edge, and they've succeeded. At the front, you'll notice the new LED headlight setup. It's slimmer, more aggressive, and flanked by integrated turn signals that blend into the bodywork. The headlamp has a pronounced, Hawkeye shape that enhances the scooter's assertive look, and there's a compact windscreen above it that does more than just look good. It actually cuts through wind at higher speeds. The front fender hugs the tire tightly and flows cleanly into the front fairing, giving a sense of motion even at a standstill. The overall fit and finish up front are excellent. Tight panel gaps, a sturdy feel, and no signs of cost-cutting, which is impressive at this price point. Honda has really stepped up their design game here. Moving along the side, the CB500 Scoote showcases a sleek profile that rides the line between sporty and practical. The body panels are sculpted with a sense of purpose. You've got subtle contouring along the leg shields and side skirts that not only aid aerodynamics but also give the bike a much more premium feel. There's a pronounced shoulder line that runs from the front fairing all the way back to the tail section, giving it a cohesive, streamlined look. The scooter's step-through design remains intact for easy mounting, but it doesn't feel like a traditional scooter. Instead, it leans more into that maxi scooter territory, with a longer wheelbase and a slightly more upright riding posture. The alloy wheels look fantastic. A 17-inch at the front and 15 at the rear. Finished in matte black with a multi-spoke pattern that adds a sporty vibe. The wheel arches are slightly flared, which gives the scooter a bit of muscularity. And Honda has included ABS as standard now, with disc brakes at both ends. More on performance in a bit, but from a styling perspective, everything looks tightly integrated. From the rear, the 2025 CB500 Scoote continues to impress. The tail is slim but sharp, with a clean LED taillight tucked just under the edge of the rear seat. The turn signals are mounted a bit wider apart for better visibility, and the rear grab handles have been redesigned to look sleeker while still being functional for pillion riders. There's a small, body-colored rear fender extension above the license plate holder, which helps with keeping road grime off the rear end. Overall, it looks much more motorcycle than scooter from behind, and that's likely intentional. Now, stepping inside metaphorically, let's talk about the interior setup, or more accurately, the rider's cockpit. The CB500 Scoote gets a new digital instrument cluster for 2025, and it's a big improvement. You've got a fully digital TFT screen with customizable layouts. It shows everything from speed and RPM to real-time fuel economy, trip meters, outside temperature, and even Bluetooth connection status for your phone. You can pair it with the Honda Road Sync app to get navigation prompts and manage calls or music, something that's becoming more common on high-end scooters and motorcycles. The handlebars are slightly raised and swept back, which makes for a very natural riding position, and the seat is generously padded out both for the rider and the passenger. The seat height is manageable for most riders at around 30.9 inches, and the footrests are placed just right for long rides. There's also underseat storage, large enough for a full-face helmet and maybe a few extras, and a small glove box up front with a USB-C charging port. Really handy for commuting. Honda has paid attention to the materials here. The seat is finished in a two-tone faux leather that feels upscale, and the switchgear on the bars is tactile and responsive. You've got backlit buttons for night use, and the turn signal switch now has a tactile center notch that makes it easier to operate with gloves on. Small touches, but they add up. Now let's talk about how this thing rides. The 2025 CB500 Scoote is powered by a revised 471cc parallel twin engine and the same basic power plant as last year, but with updated fuel mapping and a revised exhaust for smoother power delivery and improved efficiency. It now makes around 47 horsepower and 43 Nm of torque. Not earth-shattering numbers, but more than enough for spirited city riding and confident highway cruising. The throttle response is immediate but manageable, perfect for both beginners and experienced riders. The CVT transmission is smooth. Honda's engineering makes sure there's minimal lag when accelerating, and there's enough torque lowdown that you don't need to wring it out just to get going. The ride quality is one of the highlights. The suspension setup has been tweaked for 2025 with better damping rates. Up front, you've got a telescopic fork, and at the back, there's a dual-shock setup that keeps the ride plush without being wallowy. It absorbs bumps and potholes nicely, and stability at higher speeds is impressive for something in this category. Braking is solid, too, with dual-channel ABS, You've got confident stopping power without being overly intrusive. The levers offer good feedback, and braking distances are short even under low or wet conditions. And this scooter's low center of gravity helps make it incredibly nimble at low speeds, perfect for urban maneuvering. Fuel economy is another big win here. Honda claims around 70 miles per gallon, or about 3.3 liters per 100 kilometers, and in our testing, it came pretty close to that. Combined with a 4.5-gallon tank, you're looking at a comfortable range north of 250 miles, which is excellent for commuting or longer weekend rides. As for pricing, the 2025 CB500 Scoote is competitively positioned. It starts at around $7,199 in the US, which undercuts many of its maxi scooter rivals while offering better tech and arguably more style. It's available in a few color options this year: a matte gunpowder black metallic, pearl smoky gray, and a new candy chromosphere red that really pops in sunlight. Optional accessories include a taller windscreen, heated grips, a top case for extra storage, and even a center stand, which is great for maintenance and parking stability. So, wrapping up, is the 2025 Honda CB500 Scoote worth it? For a lot of riders, the answer is yes. It combines the comfort and convenience of a scooter with the performance and styling of a motorcycle. It's affordable, efficient, fun to ride, and packed with features that genuinely improve day-to-day use. Whether you're upgrading from a smaller scooter or downsizing from a heavier motorcycle, the CB500 Scoote feels like a smart middle ground. That's all for today's review. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel for more content like this, and drop a comment below. Would you consider the CB500 Scoote for your next ride? Thanks for watching, ride safe, and I'll see you in the next one.